Welcome to my channel, LightAsAFeatherTarot. So over on my Instagram page, LightAsAFeatherTarot, I put up a panel of questions of, do you want more videos for love or money or career and things of that nature? And one of the questions that I got in was, can you do a general reading, like love reading for singles? So this reading is meant for people that are single and that are looking for love, that are interested and that are open. So let's look at the energies of what the cards have to say. All right, so affluence. I choose to be debt-free and live an affluent and healthy life. Now, I know that this is in regards to love, but love and finances do go hand in hand, right? So maybe some of you are focusing on, investing in yourself when it comes to being debt-free, maybe making yourself financially stable. And maybe some of you are really focused on your health, being healthy, inside and out. So let me get one card. Ask your angels. So whenever I see this card, there may be certain things or maybe a situation that you have in your head that you're kind of going over and over and over. And you might get advice from your friend or a coworker and it's just not, it doesn't seem right. I would ask your angels. Ask your angels, and you can also ask them for a sign as well. So what messages do we need to know for people that are single and looking for love? Firm foundation. So, that these two cards go together. Being debt-free, a healthy lifestyle. You're single, you're open for love, right? You want a firm foundation. You don't want to have like a shaky or unstable foundation and you're attracting someone else in your life, right? So I feel like focusing on your stability and your foundation is going to be really key right now. Stand your ground. So, with this, Spirit is telling me two things. For some of you guys, you really have to pick and choose your battles. Every discussion or disagreement or whatever, it's not always a battle. And then for some of you, they're showing me, I'm seeing like a mouse in my third eye. Some of you don't speak up enough. So make sure you have a balance. If there's something that you're passionate about, especially when you're like getting to know someone or dating someone, make sure that you do know when to pick your battles and when to stand your ground. Because Spirit is saying here that, and two cards just came out. Spirit is saying here, when you're courting someone, when you're getting to know someone, that you are setting the expectations on how they treat you. They're not setting the expectations on how they treat you. You are. So remember that. If someone's treating you a certain way, it's because there's not healthy boundaries coming up. There's that word again, healthy. So healthy is not always physical. There's health in different aspects, right? So then this card came out, mental conflict. So this may not be for all of you guys, but with this card, Spirit is showing me somebody that has like a lot of questions in their head, like a lot of who, what, when, why. Spirit is saying control what you can control and what you can't, release. Allow your angels to guide you and support you. So I feel with some of you, you might be really type A. Spirit is showing me a list. Like you literally may have a list of what you want in a person. And there's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, I feel like being flexible and being open, and just like you want someone to accept you for you, you know, you have to be open to the differences of other people. And, you know, just know your non-negotiables. What are you willing to accept, and what are you, you know, not willing to accept? Like a hard pass, like absolutely not, right? So like I said, this message isn't for everyone, but it did pop out. So then the next one is heartache and loss. So, you know, when this card comes up, I almost feel like, you know, some people when they're single and they're looking, they're guarded. They may think about the past. You know, it might strike a nerve if you meet someone and they seem like someone like from the past, or remind you of someone from the past. And, you know, Spirit is saying, take those lessons and go from there. You know, like don't hold any grudges. Don't say if you meet this person, you're like, oh, they're just like this other person. You know, you have to learn how to forgive people from a distance, because healing situations from the past will allow you to move forward, if that makes sense. So let's get some clarifying cards for firm foundation. All right. So Spirit is saying, listen to your intuition. Your intuition is going to be key when it comes to a healthy lifestyle, to healthy finances, to building that foundation, that stability. Spirit is also saying that some type of change is going to come in. Some type of sudden change is going to come in when it comes to your foundation. Let me get one more. Some type of messenger is going to come in. You know, when the Page of Swords comes up, you know, this is telling me, come from a place of curiosity and investigate it when it comes to your foundation of a relationship, the foundation and the stability that you're focusing on. You know, come from a place of investigation, of curiosity, especially with stand your ground. You know, if you are looking and you are being courted, come from a place of curiosity, not necessarily from a place of being defensive or guarded with these two energies. So what about stand your ground? What messages do we need to know for that? So this is all about following your light, going within. You know, intuition is really important with the Hermit too. Listen to your gut when it comes to, you know, certain things that might strike a nerve, that you feel that you do have to be defensive about, or not necessarily defensive, but passionate about. Your passions aren't the other person's passions, right? You know, when you're dating someone, when you're courting someone, when you're getting to know someone, you know, that's the fun part, right? Learning about their passions, their likes, their dislikes. So the Empress, this is a very fertile, creative energy, especially with this passion. So, you know, the King of Wands could represent someone that is courting you, someone in your life. And this could represent your energy with being fertile, or vice versa. It could flip. What about mental conflict? So, you know, with mental conflict, you know, I'm getting that maybe in the past you did deal with some type of deception. Not all of you, but some of you. Maybe people weren't honest. Maybe people were a little shady. It might not even be that extreme. Maybe they just weren't forthcoming. Maybe it was a miscommunication. And then you have the Six of Swords. So I feel that, you know, if any of you have had some type of heartache or loss, or you are in a mental space of conflict or stress, not necessarily to deal with deception, but in general, if you're in your head a lot, just know that as time moves forward, energy moves forward, it will get smoother, it will get easier. So you won't be in this place of conflict in your head, of overthinking. And I really think this is where asking your angels it's going to be beneficial. You have the Queen of Wands. So I feel like when you do get to a place of moving out of that mental conflict, of, you know, more into calmer thought patterns, it's going to allow you to be more creative, more passionate, just a little bit more open. And like I said, this message isn't for everyone, but whoever is kind of going over something in their head over and over and over. What about heartache and loss? So the Devil came out and the Nine of Cups. Let me get one more card. And the Star. So with these cards, you know, it'll look different for everyone. Some of you guys, when it comes to heartache and loss, you know, you might think about the past of being kind of like being chained down, right? You kind of felt stuck, right? And you weren't necessarily satisfied or getting your wishes fulfilled, you know, when you were in that energy. However, I feel that when I spoke about heartache and loss and healing the past, you know, you being chained to your past or your sorrows or, you know, past hurt, this is, to me, is all in your mind. I feel that once you're able to release and heal this energy, you'll be in this Nine of Cups energy of being fulfilled, you know. And with the Star card here, this is about a wish being fulfilled. Typically it's a yes answer, but it's a very healing energy. So I really feel that, you know, for some of you that dealt with some type of heartache or loss when it comes to your love life, Spirit is saying meditation might be really good for this. If you need to go to a therapist, there's different options. You know, there's different options, but really work on releasing any type of heartache or pain or anything in the past, because you don't want to bring that into the future. And, you know, you can even ask your guides, like, hey, I feel this way about that person. My energy feels this way about that person. It could be a heavy energy or a lower vibrational energy. Ask them for help for releasing that energy. And I promise you, they will come through and release that for you. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have the Sun card. So just know that, you know, happiness, this overall energy, like you're going to be moving into energy of happiness, of joy. You know, things are going to be fair. There's going to be some type of, you know, new beginning. And not only with that, with you focusing on yourself, focusing on your foundation, your stability, I feel like there's going to be some type of confidence that comes out of that. You know, you're not going to have to, if you've ever been in a position where you've had to depend on someone financially or even emotionally, I feel like you're going to be like your own person with standing your ground. You're really going to take the lessons of the past and you're going to apply them to the present and the future when it comes to being open to love and partnership. So very beautiful reading. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.